Hi everyone, Dr. Melissa here, and today we're going over yoga for knee arthritis pain. If you have stiff, creaky joints, this is the class for you. We're going to be focusing on knee strengthening exercises for osteoarthritis. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out. All right, go grab your mats and let's do this. All right. Couple things you might want to grab before we get started if you have them, and if not, no worries, I still got you covered. If you have a yoga block, you could also use a pillow, a strap, or a towel or a sheet, and if you have a tennis ball, or you could also sub that out for the foam roller. All right, let's get rid of that knee pain. Let's get started on our backs. And you're just gonna lengthen out through everything. Lengthen out through those heels, stretch those legs out. Just take a nice, gentle breath in. Breathe out into the sides of that rib cage. Exhale, let it go. Let everything get super heavy on your mat. And then we're gonna bend both of the knees. We're just gonna start to create a little bit of gentle motion in those knees. So on your next inhale, take your right arm overhead, and you're gonna take your left leg, extend it out. Reach through those fingertips, reach through your heel. And then gently slide the heel back in, arm comes by your side. Same thing, right arm, left leg, extend it out, reach through that heel, and then bring it back in. We're just starting to get that joint moving a little bit. Motion is lotion for our joints. Good, one more time, bring it back in, and then extend back out. Reach through the heel, reach through those fingertips. And then we're gonna switch and observe left side, right side. What are you noticing are those differences? Reach through the heel, lengthen through those left fingertips, and then bring everything back down by your side. Extend, reach out, press through the heel, and then bring that back in. Inhale, lengthen, reach through the heel. Nice breath. Back in. Last one, press, reach through the heel, lengthen out, and then bring everything back in. Now we're gonna grab hold of your sheet or your towel or your strap. And if you don't have that, we're just gonna take the right knee, bring the right knee in and grab behind the back of that leg. If you have the strap, you're gonna lift that leg up. Reach up from the hip. You're imagining taking that foot and placing it up on the ceiling. And then that left leg can stay bent, or you can also straighten the leg out. If the leg is straight, you're pressing through the left heel. You're bringing that leg up towards the ceiling. And the same thing, if you've got that arm around the leg, just keep pulling that in. And you're not pulling to crank and have this big, crazy stretch. You're going to feel a gentle stretch in the back of your thigh up into that calf. Arms are nice and relaxed by your side. You're lengthening up through that heel. Nice, gentle breath in. And then the exhale, you're just gonna let the leg lower a little, a couple inches or two, and then bring it back up just so you feel that little stretch. Lower that leg back down. Inhale, lift, bring it back up. Gently moving in and out of this. Using your breath. Lift up and back down. Maybe you notice the more you're moving, you can gently ease into it a little bit more. Continue to keep using that breath. Good, we've got 3, 2, last 1. Bend that knee, place that foot back down on the ground, and we're gonna switch. Place that around the left foot, or maybe you grab behind the back of the left leg. Right knee can stay bent, or that leg is out straight. Your goal is working on lengthening up through that leg from your hip. Imagine pushing that foot up towards the ceiling. Bring it until you feel that gentle stretch. You're not like trying to pull it in as hard as you possibly can. Ease into it. We're gonna lower down an inch or two, and then lift it up an inch or two. Lower down an inch or two, and up an inch or two. And compare this side to your other side. Do you feel it in your calf more? Do you feel it in the back of your thigh? This is a great one because we're getting 2 different muscle groups that cross our knee joint. Your hamstring, the muscle on the back of your thigh, goes and attaches below your knee. And this calf muscle comes and attaches above the knee. So if we have any stiffness, helping to loosen up those 2 muscle groups will take some stress off our knee. Good, we're gonna do 3, 2, last 1. Take that strap, we're gonna put it off towards the side, and then we're gonna roll onto our right side. We're gonna do a little bit of strengthening for our hips. So you can take your right arm and kind of cradle your head. Your goal is to make sure those hips are staying rolled forward. Take your left leg, lengthen out through the left leg, and it's gonna be slightly behind you. Nice, gentle breath in on that exhale. Maybe you feel your core, those lower abdominal muscles kicking on. Keep pressing through that left heel, and we're gonna go up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch, down an inch, and play with slightly rolling the hips forward, maybe rolling them backwards a little bit, just to see where you feel that greatest activation in that muscle on the side of your hip. Keep reaching out through that heel. Nice breath in. And you're focusing nice, slow and controlled movements. Upper body stays nice and relaxed, and keep reaching through that heel. Use your breath. Awesome work. You want to see how this side feels compared to your other side. Good. Keep reaching through that heel. Use your breath. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower that leg back down. Roll back onto your back, and we're going to head over to that left-hand side. Keep rolling on to that left-hand side. You can cradle your head, and you're going to take your top knee, extend that right leg back behind you, really lengthen through your heel. And then we're going to lift up and down, slow, controlled. The sides of your hip are facing this, the front of your hips are facing the side of your mat. Keep reaching through that back heel. And how does this side feel compared to your other side? What does the control feel like? Just keep lengthening out. That hip stays rolled forward. You can also play around with maybe turning your toes a little bit towards the ground or maybe towards the side to really activate that glute muscle on the side of your hip. Good. Awesome work. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower that leg back down, roll onto your backs. And then we're gonna grab hold of your yoga block. If you happen to have a pillow, you can use that. And if not, no worries, you're gonna just do the same movements. Place that block in between your knees, and you're gonna scooch your heels in towards your sit bone. We're gonna check in with our pelvis. You wanna find a neutral pelvis. How you do that is tuck the tailbone underneath, kind of rock those hips back, and then rock it forward. You're arching from your low back. Find somewhere in between that range. On your exhale, you're gonna press into your feet as you gently squeeze the block. Come up. Still firing up those glutes. Then we're gonna slowly lower down. Exhale, press, squeeze, and lift. Continue with that pattern, nice, slow, and controlled. You wanna make sure you're spreading your toes, pressing those feet down in towards the ground. Keep your neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. And is your left side firing like your right side? I always have to tell my left side to fire up a little bit more. So tapping, just putting your hand there to make sure it's firing up, it can be really helpful. Just firing up those glutes. Soften your toes. Use your breath. Great job. Keep squeezing that block on the exhale as you lift. And you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Lower all the way back down. And just take that block out, move it off towards the side. Now here's where if you have your tennis lacrosse ball, you can also use a foam roller. We're gonna loosen up the muscles along the front of our thigh. So if you take your ball, you're gonna place it just in front of your left knee. We're gonna slowly come forward onto the ball or the foam roller. Your right leg is gonna come out towards the side and you lower down onto those forearms. Now this is gonna be that like hurts but feels good, but it hurts, feels good. You want to gently move up and down till you find that spot, and then you're going to gently bend and straighten that leg. Bend and straighten that leg. You're going to look for about 3 or 4 spots along the front of your thigh. You can also just hold the leg if it feels like it's too much with the bending and the straightening. And then we're scooched down a little bit more. Same thing, kind of bend, straighten, bend, and straighten. This is one of my favorite exercises. Bend, straighten. And you're just working your way up that thigh. You want to be careful with this one. You don't want to overdo it. About 30 or 60 seconds each spot, because you can definitely overdo this. And what it'll do is it'll make those muscles a little bit tighter and stiffer. Good. Scooch down. Let's find one more spot along that left thigh. And then gently come off that ball, and we're heading over towards the right side. So you're going to take that ball, place the ball right in front of your right knee. Pull yourself forward. The left leg comes out towards the side. Come down onto that right ball. You're going to wiggle until you find, that hurts but feels good. Once you find that spot, a little bend and straighten. And again, you can just hold and use your breath if it feels like it's too much. And you're comparing the two sides. How does the front of your right thigh feel compared to your left side? Do you notice any patterns? Is the one side of your front of your thighs tighter? Did you notice a correlation to maybe if one side of your glutes didn't fire? Just starting to pick up all these little differences from side to side. All right, let's roll down, find another spot, a little bend, a little straighten. Awesome, and we got one more spot. Keep using that breath. Awesome, last one. Now we get to put those balls away. Done with the balls, and I want you to make your way coming up to a standing position. We're going to work on our balance, strengthening the outside of our thighs and our quads as well. So pressing down into those feet, we're going to start on the left side. So shift your weight over to that left leg. Make sure you're not leaning too far backwards. You want that rib cage to stay over your pelvis, and turn to peek at your feet. Spread your toes as far apart as you can. Now you can keep your right foot down, or you can also keep that leg lifted. If there's something nearby, you can always grab hold. You want to be real careful not to grip the toes. You're pressing the left foot into the ground to lengthen up from that hip. Nice, gentle breath. Feel that left glute firing up as you push the foot into the ground. And we're gonna take those arms, bring those arms straight out in front. Nice, gentle breath in. And then we're going to gently turn to the right and keep your gaze over that right arm. Remember, you can always have that right toe down as well. Slow, controlled, squeeze that left glute, press your foot into the ground, squeeze your thigh, back to center. And then we're going to head over towards the left-hand side. Keep your gaze over that leg. And then bring it back to center. One more time each side. Over towards that right-hand side. Into center, over towards the left, and then bring that back in. Good. Place both feet back down on the ground. Spread those toes, and we're heading over towards the right hand side. So keep pressing down into the right foot. Spread your right toes. Do they move how your left foot moved? Squeeze the thigh, squeeze your glute, toe tap or keep the leg lifted. Both arms come straight out in front. Gently turn your gaze to the left-hand side, nice, slow, and controlled. And then bring it back to center. Continuing your breath over towards the right. Back towards center. One more time each side, nice, slow, and controlled. You've got this. building up that strength all around your knee. We're working our foot muscles, our glutes, our quads, all the muscles in that lower leg. Good. Place those hands back down, feet come back down, and then just turn to face that front of your mat. We're gonna fold forward. You can have a little bend in those knees. Let your head get heavy. Maybe straighten out that left leg. A little bend straight in the right leg. Hands can also be on your shins or your thighs. One more time each side. Straighten that left leg, a little bend. And then straighten your right leg, little bend of the left. Nice breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bend both those legs. Come all the way back down towards the ground. And just find a comfortable seated position. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Nice, gentle breath in. Exhale, let it go. We're going to twist just over towards that left-hand side. Twist over towards the right-hand side. Little twist. And then bring everything back through towards center. We'll take one last nice big cleansing breath in. Lift those arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands down towards heart center. All right, awesome job with that yoga flow. Remember, motion is lotion in keeping that joint pain away. If you want to continue learning more strengthening exercises like we did today, check out the link down below to my free 7-day challenge, Rewire, where we go over much more of this in depth. And it's just 10 minutes a day. I would also love to know down below in the comments, what was your favorite move from today? Until next time, namaste.